Chisora, man. That's what I'm saying. Fam, yeah, man. I was rooting for him, man. This is a tough reaction, man. But well done to Usyk. Man. Let's get into this. Welcome back to Off the Canvas Boxing. If you haven't done it already, please like, comment and subscribe. That would be amazing, guys. We try to get to 1k subscribers, so if you guys could do that, big up yourselves. But this was an amazing fight. First round, I had Chisora winning that round comfortably. Of course, Chisora landing, Chisora's applying pressure, little jabs, but then right hand overs, literally pinning it on him and sticking it on him. What happened was that Usyk, what I think he was doing, he was downloading that information similar to how Lomachenko would download that information, see where the range is, see what the taxes are from Chisora. Because with Chisora, although he's very up there, very talented, very skillful, he's got a few things that he could prepare for. Southpaw, you could tell he was trying to cut the ring off quite quickly as well, and he was also training that right hand, because of course when you're fighting southpaws, you want to hit them, especially with the right hand if you're an orthodox fighter, because that's going to hit them a lot cleaner than a left hook over, because he can easily parry that or easily block that. So Chisora was applying the pressure in the first round. So I had the first round, even the first two rounds to be fair, to Chisora. Of course, then Usyk, what he's done, his footwork and his movement kind of came alive in the third round going forward. He came alive in the third round, but I think Chisora's, I don't know if Chisora gassed out from chasing him a lot. It's hard to say, it's quite deceptive, because when Chisora looks, he was looking tired against Takam, but then he pulled it out of the bag and hit him with that sweet left hook, a left uppercut. Chisora and fighters like that feeling tired, it doesn't really make a difference, because it's very, very dangerous. A tired fight is always a dangerous one. So I had Usyk winning pretty much from round 3 to about round 8. He was jabbing, he was moving. He wasn't hitting with a lot of power shots, but he was like touching him, you know what I mean? He was like, I like to compare it to like a slap. He was more like slapping him rather than really hurting him. Having thought about it a bit more, those taps, those hundreds of taps, even though it doesn't hurt Chisora, it's scoring points. And at the end of the day, if you can take the power and the shots from Chisora, you can score points, then why not? You know what I mean? That's what he was doing, but he kind of won the round on paper, to be fair. Round 3 to round 9, I had Usyk winning that. Of course, one of the rounds in, I think it was the 6th round, end of the 6th round, Chisora looked really hurt. And if that was the beginning of that round, Usyk could have took him out then. So literally, Chisora kind of got saved by the bell in that period of time. Round 9 to about round 11, I had Chisora winning those 3 rounds. Chisora up level, although Usyk was, some say, winning on paper because he was scoring like a few more tackles. Chisora applied a lot more pressure, similar to how he was doing around round 2, and he was literally just catching him, and he hurt Usyk. I don't remember what round it was. I think it was the 10th round. He really, really hurt Usyk. For me, what separated Usyk and Chisora in this fight was a couple of things: the footwork, the movement of Usyk as well, but also Usyk looked like he could take a punch. You know, it's all well and good throwing a lot of punches in the heavyweight division, but can you take a chance? Is your chin good? You know, Usyk, body-wise and his physique, for some weird reason, despite the fact that he's, what, 210 pounds or something like that, 215, he was taking a lot of Chisora's shots. The Chisora's shots, for me, like, those ones were quite powerful. It knocked people like Arthur Spillcard, David Price, you know what I'm saying? So he literally, for me, took very, very heavy blows from Chisora. It wasn't all clean, it wasn't 100% clean, but it was enough to hurt him. Usyk winning the last round, had it 115-113 to Usyk, to Alexander Usyk. Had a bit more closer than some people. Some people had it like really wide. I know Chisora was quite frustrating throwing the right hand too often, but he still hit him with shots that really rocked Usyk. Chisora was hurting him a lot more than Usyk was hurting him. Of course, besides that 6-round little stint, Chisora, man, like he let Usyk do his stuff, you know what I mean? He let Usyk run around a lot. He let Usyk do his thing, and Usyk was just running around and tapping him, but he knew that Usyk is, look, with Usyk, he's very experienced enough to understand that if a person's running around just tapping you, then they're still winning the fight, and he should have known that. He should have known that. He should have cut him up, and he should have like Phil held a lever and not be a bit lazy with that right hand, you know what I mean? Throw it a little more shorter, a little more direct and extended, not just like a hammer throw, he threw like a haymaker type throw, you know, like a David Haye type throw, which for me, like, you could do that a couple of times, but he should have really switched it up, should have applied more combos, hit me a lot more variations, maybe like 1-2 hook or something, or an uppercut or something, in that period of time, instead of an overhand right, maybe an uppercut right, you know what I mean? Usyk, what he done really well in this fight, like I said, he's jabbed well, was accurate, his movement was very key, his speed, his footwork, and although he didn't really hurt Chisora, he done enough to win the fight. A bit more like a Mayweather, you know what I mean? Mayweather wouldn't really knock fighters out, but he would do enough to win that fight. He knows, okay, if I win this round, I can chill a couple of rounds, and then I can win the later rounds, you know what I mean? And Usyk understood that, and understood that he was already winning by the time he reached round 9. He was already winning. All he had to do is win a couple of more rounds from round 9 to round 12. Like literally one round he would have won. It wasn't a great performance against Chisora, but it was like a 1-0 victory in football. More like you deserved to win, but you weren't spectacular at the same time, you know? Usyk now become WBO mandatory, in line for the Anthony Joshua bout. It was a great audition, so we say, for the first, for the heavyweight scene. The power was not there. Anthony Joshua could easily wipe the floor with Usyk. A lot more taller, a lot more range, the range is a lot more longer. Inside fighting is a lot more better. You can really hurt Usyk. And for me, Anthony Joshua's stamina is a lot more better than Chisora's. So there is no way Usyk can win that fight. And winning Chisora on point is not for me a great display of, stamping your authority on the heavyweight division. Usyk needs to do more. Footwork and 12-round movement, it ain't gonna cut it in the heavyweight division. It's cutthroat, you'll get knocked out, you'll get chinned. And can he beat people like Dominic Brazil? Can he beat Luis Ortiz? Can he beat even a Joseph Parker? And fights like that, I believe he can. But then again, can he beat the Dillian Whites? Can he beat the Deontay Wilders? Can he beat the Tyson Furies, the AJs? No. Maybe even Deontay Wilder. I think Deontay Wilder will have Usyk. Great display from him. Always an upwards for him as well. I like to see him against the likes of Michael Hunter, Joseph Parker, Dominic Brazil. Fighters like that. Maybe someone like Pulev after he fights AJ. Or even the loser of Povetkin and White should fight Usyk, one of those two. David Haye sold this fight, man. David Haye done amazing to sell this fight. And I have to give it to him. I thought Eddie was a great salesman, but David Haye, he could do his thing, If someone sold me on an item or a good, and which means they persuaded me to buy that product or service, which I wouldn't have bought otherwise, I have to commend that person. I have to give it to them. Whether you're a car salesman or you're selling makeup, or you're selling whatever, perfume on the streets, it doesn't matter. If you are able to get people that won't buy your product or service and then they probably would have slept or chilled, and you get them to buy the product or service. For me, you've done a great job as a promoter and as a manager. So big up David Hay as well. Selby versus Campos. Campos have done amazing work. Really, like, that was a cracking fight because Campos came in forward, like he done really well in that fight. And Campos now being a mandatory for Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez. And literally, hopefully that fight in the future is going to be a cracking fight. You got Hannah Rankin versus Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall done amazing to beat Hannah Rankin for a KO. What's next for Savannah Marshall? So it's gotta be Clarissa. You know what I'm saying? It's Clarissa. Where you at? You know what I mean? Savannah Marshall beat Clarissa in the amateur bouts, and for me, so Clarissa, like, she's got like venom. She's got revenge against Savannah Marshall. She wants to knock her out. Also, a great win for Ramla Ali. When I filmed on Tuesday, I was of the assumption that she wasn't going to fight this weekend, and of course Tuesday morning or Tuesday evening at the same time of me filming, she got a phone call saying that she was on the card, and you know, very good performance from her as well. This has been your Ringside reaction. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the Undefeated podcast for having me on as well. For giving me exposure, for having me on, and I'll probably be one there we're talking was, but all I'm saying, guys, I'm on smoke, yeah. Like some of them were saying Usyk will be AJ, like, trust me, some of these men are done out here, yeah. Like I said, they got the Undefeated podcast. Thankfully they had me on, and to voice my opinion, to give my thoughts on this fight as well. And you know, like in the sport of boxing, even the judging, even like they were thinking my scorecards is a bit crazy. They had it a lot more wider and Usyk win a lot more convincingly, which I didn't have, but that's the whole thing. Everyone's got an opinion. Next sort of big fight is the Dillian Whyte fight. When that fight comes around, I'm going to give you a punch-up preview for that. And Deontay Wilder, I'm going to talk about that, guys, in a separate video. But peace, love and prosperity, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace.